Putting on some Escalade style taillights on a 07 Chevy Suburban. Cheaper than buying an Escalade, and it looks nice. So we're gonna do a quick unveiling. The box is pretty big, but it was pretty pricey. But I went on eBay and I was able to get a deal. Did a little best offer, and he accepted. So here it is, my little handy assistant. Thank you, sir, Mr. Eskimo. He will go ahead and unveil it, please. Show them what it looks like. I'll hold this here. All right, it's plug and play. So literally, I looked at it. All you need to do is take off the actual headlights, which is just 2 bolts. I mean, not bolts, 2 screws. So you just need some Phillips screws. Take them off, and then you gotta take off the quarter panel on the left and right side, which is the upper left and right of the above the taillights. Those are just plastic and they just pull out. So you just take those out, and it literally, like I said, it's plug and play. The only part that would quote unquote difficult would be when you take out the lights. The harness is on the very bottom of the car, so you got to go in there and yank the harness out, and it is freezing. So we're gonna get the harness done ASAP and get this knocked in and show you the results. But it should look pretty good. There are a couple of different options you have. You have the normal ones. You can do smoke. You can do a slight variation, but I like the smoke look. So here we are. I will go from there. I wrote earlier. I start off with dielectric grease, just with time, grime, helps with the connectivity of those good little connections. I'm gonna put that on there now. Just not too much, just a little dab. And let the connections do their thing. You're gonna need a drill with Phillips, and don't need this. And gloves, and depending on your comfort level, a jack, just to kind of jack up that back so you can go from there. So, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on. That's it. Take that off. Don't need a bunch. Just a little bit. I'll take that off. See, that's, in my opinion, too much. It's good. Got that. That's good. Right there. Do the same thing to the next one. Right back. There's the burb, like I said. Just this quarter panel here, and this tail light here. Same with this one here. You're taking off that little screw here, right here, right here. Then you're just gonna pull. There's some, I guess, round little points, 2 of them on both sides that you're gonna pull from. Then you gotta go underneath and get the harness. So I'll do that now. All right. Grab that, please. Gotta save those. Just put them in. So we're gonna need them. Make sure you don't lose them. Right here. Put them right here. Oh, right there. There we go. And up here for quarter panel. Get that?
I got it.
All right. So here, Hank, I'll hold this. No, actually, take this off. There you go. Got it? All right, we're just gonna pull a little bit. Gonna get it. I want to break these if you can. I like to resell them if possible. What you normally would get is panel clip pliers, maybe. I'll find another way. All right, let's try these. I think there's another bolt in there once I get this off, so we'll go ahead and I'm gonna get the panel kit pliers. Panel clip pliers, the right tools, all jobs are easy. Go ahead. So, see that? Simple there. Dislodge that a little bit. If you don't have pliers, I guess you could use a, see, this pulls out. Don't be afraid, it ain't gonna break it, but I assume if you're pulling out, I guess downward, then it shouldn't be a problem. If you didn't have these pliers, I suppose you could use a screwdriver with maybe cloth around it. So, like so. What we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the actual harness. Normally when you're changing, if you're going to change, for example, get LED bulbs, you just take these out, twist, and you put the bulbs in. Real simple, right? but we're changing the whole system. So now we gotta go underneath. But while we're here, we'll go ahead and get this off here. Let's see how this works here. Let me just get this side off while I'm here. Excuse me. Oh, that was easy. It was almost half out already. Perfect. See? I didn't see that. So that's one more bolt. Oh, sorry. One more screw for this quarter panel. Over here, you see it? Dwindling. So 2 screws each. So that looks like. So over here, it's just wedged in. I took one of these off when I put lights on in the past. There was another mod I made in my previous Suburban. I put some quarter panel lights. They were really nice, and some taillights. They were separate, but it works as well. But the one I have, you'll see, it's the whole deal. And this just pulls out like that. It's just these little tabs just wedge in. See that? So don't be afraid to break it once you get that out. Do the same thing here. Grab, just pull. All right. Now we're gonna go get the new. No, got to change the harness. Now we gotta get on the floor. Let's see how we can do this. Go in. All right, guys. So here's the grommets I told you about. There are 4 of them. These are replace these. And these are the load resistors that these are self-adhesive. You take off the red, you slap it onto somewhere underneath where it's metal, and it will stay forever. If you make sure it's a clean spot, so you got to get alcohol wipes, wipe off the area first. So first things first, well, you know what? You just put this back on. It's gonna really just push, but what I did, just to make sure, again, I think it works smarter, not harder. That's what tools are for. So to get a rubber mallet, just lightly tap. You ain't banging, just chill out. Now to take this out, you can do it multiple ways, but I'm gonna see if this works. If not, we'll go to plan B. It's working. Almost had her. Let's add another set of pliers. There are little holes that it has that it actually goes into. So I'm trying to match those holes. There we go. Almost. Yep, I got it matched. I'll just go in circles. All right, I'm gonna do this and be right back. All right, buddy, how do we get it off?
We use the flathead instead of the pliers, and we use the rubber mallet and tried to get under it, like that.
Yeah, I'm sure there's an easier way, but it worked, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll switch it. All right. Let's go ahead and do this one now. I'm gonna put gloves on, just for a second here. All right, gonna put this one on, and I'm gonna see if this one goes in. Now that one wasn't bad, but hey, if you got new ones anyway, why not? See, there you don't really need those. If you just twist them, it should go in just fine. Rub these off. Let's try this one first. Rub that off. Rubber mallet, please. Piece of it broke. That's all. I think we did that wrong, actually. I think there was a They said there's a better. Oh, they gave us an extra just in case. That's nice. That's nice. All right, so now going in here. Yeah. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna grease her up just a little bit. See that grease you got? Alright, let's finish it off. Watch this go in. I'm being maybe too gentle. Let's put her in. Start with here first. Like I said, I pull the harness through so I can have as much room as possible. Not sure how that'll work. I really want to fall down right now. Pulled, got room. All right. Harness goes in. Fit. Let's see here. We are going to go up like so. What's that?
It was just size.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So first things first, you got to fit the quarter panel grommet in like so. See how that goes in? Make sure that these holes here, see these holes, those little pointers, those fit into the holes. Perfect. And now we're good to screw in. So, get one. All right, left up slightly. I was gonna put them in slightly, not tighten them. Don't make that mistake. I'm gonna do the bottom and the top. And then go into the middles. Just gonna put them in like that and all the way. Now, last but not least, amazing that's all that hold headlights, taillights in, huh? But these magnetic tips sure make the difference. Now we're going to tighten. Now, truthfully, I suggest before you tighten, probably should test them out first, but I'm pretty confident it'll work. So we'll just put them in now. Alright, round two, what's the first thing we do? Pull the harness down. Hold on, you gotta unstrap this real quick. Okay, harness goes down there. Perfect. Okay. First thing around, get the tabs in. And if you just match up the holes, the tabs will go in fine. Try this again. Holes first. They go a little bit down. There we go. Okay, so here's what I noticed. Gotta hit this in a little bit more first to go in. This tab is problematic. Alright. Alright, so I'm gonna put this down here. Make sure that doesn't fall. That's not very tight, is it? Yeah, it's not in all the way. That's the problem. There's small little, this is what happens sometimes when you get, and so again, one reason some people don't take the grommets off, because these aren't OEM. So aftermarket, there's small little pieces of rubber. Come over here real quick. And those pieces, they're meant for, I think those are keeping it out right there. So I'm gonna try again. Luckily I got an extra one, but let's see if I can use this. I'm gonna slightly tap. Let's see if that'll do the trick to get it in all the way. Yeah, it's not in. I'm gonna go and fix this and be right back. Alright. Alright, so again, on a perfect fit, I'm gonna have to press down. There we go. See that? It wasn't an exact fit. That's what you get in these aftermarket parts. Sometimes it isn't exact. You're gonna have to, you know, shimmy some things and move a little bit. That grommet was just a little bit higher than the piece that I had. So I have to push down a little bit while I get this in, and bam, it's in. It's in. Make sure the holes line up. Yep, they all line up. So let's finish this baby and get out of here after we do the wire, of course. Dwa, three, 4. All right. Now, before I tighten off, might as well. I was just gonna wire up that stuff. Because if I need to take it off again, then so be it. I'm moving this here. If it'll cooperate. Oh, I see it now. This is stuck inside here. Okay. So I'll hold this. Go ahead and grab me that other piece on the trunk. All right, I'm gonna grab that load resistor. Grab it. Hold this. All right, so here's the load resistor. Now when you're sticking stuff on, typically there's a operating temperature that you want to use, right? So it shouldn't be like cold, otherwise it doesn't adhere as well. So you can either bring it into the garage, hear that click, or you can just clean up the area and apply heat to it. We are going to do the second since our garage is occupied. You know what? Since we're here, might make sense to do the heat now, actually, because the area when I'm sticking it is right there. So come over here. Since the lights go right here, I'm just gonna adhere it right there. So I'm gonna get a alcohol wipe. So alcohol, right? This is the reason I use alcohol versus anything else. Alcohol dries quickly. Just want to get the dirt off. Nothing crazy, you know, just the dirt off. Oops. Right. Now, bring her up. I'll go and get that heat gun real quick. Just heating that area up real quick. I'm sure, hey, if you went ahead and did it with the sticky stuff, I'm sure it would work, you know, but hey, I'd rather just, you know, do the job right the first time. I don't have to worry about getting another waves and stuff. So, warm my hands up, put that down, take off the adhesive. I'm gonna warm this up as well. she goes. Stuck. But that tells me I'm gonna have to do the other one again. Because I thought I could reach it down there, and now I'm looking at it like, no, I ain't gonna work. All right. Press. I'm just gonna press a little bit. Let it do its thing. All right. Do everything together again. I'm just gonna put the hazards on since I don't have anyone that can press the brake right now. And everything should be on. You got those lights, and the brakes might be on, but I'm just gonna go ahead and let's see what options are available here. Let me see if the daylight running lights are on. Okay, they are on. DRLs are on. So I'm just gonna assume brakes work. It's too cold to be checking out there. Actually, Zon, can you go and press the brake real quick? So I'm gonna turn off the DRLs. You know what? It don't matter. You can turn and keep them on. Go ahead and get in there. And it's the pedal on the left. Go in the middle of all the three. You see it? The big one right there?
Yep.
All right. Tell me when you're pressing it. Let it go. All right, she works. Do it again. There she is, folks. Works. Alrighty, thanks. Turn it off.
Here's the final product.
Lights. Looking nice. There is a slight gap here. I wasn't sure if there was, but there is a slight gap. Just so you know, I wasn't sure whether that was OEM or not. But there is. And then, over here, we'll wipe that off later on. Actually, can't do it now. It'd be great. And here's the debadging. Now, it's not perfect. I don't know how much of that was using the razor blades or not, but not bad, huh? It's good. All right, guys, that's it. This is Magnificent signing out. If this was helpful, you know of a better way, if you liked it, please like, share, subscribe. I'd love to hear your comments, what you think, especially that little grommet that I was doing over there. All right, guys, signing out.